So Nathan Asha goes on his Instagram and he puts up a progress video on his Instagram post, one of his Instagram posts, and he looks huge. I think he's like 299. The guy's 5'10". He's a massive human being, but he's a little bit out of shape. You could tell he's been enjoying himself. He's been eating and drinking, and that's fine, right? You could tell he's got a little bit of body fat on him. I mean, he's not fat in any way, shape, or form, but you could tell he hasn't been very strict on his diet, even his off-season diet. He's probably been, eating his hamburgers here and there and whatnot. And he's been catching a lot of hate or a lot of negative comments on his Instagram posts. And then he went on Desktop Bodybuilding to address it with Xavier. I mean, that is an excellent YouTube channel, by the way. There's an excellent bodybuilding YouTube channel. Xavier does great content. Anyway, if you watch my muscular development channel, I'm a little bit critical of Nathan Asha because I always felt that he could have been a hell of a lot better than he has in bodybuilding. A hell of a lot better in bodybuilding than he was. Because when he first came out in 2016, I was blown away. I was like, this guy is massive. And he came in hard and chiseled, and he had legs, and his arms were huge, chest, shoulders. I mean, he had his only knock really was his back, which really wasn't that bad. It was good enough, and he could work on it really if he really wanted to improve his back. And he had a long torso, which he can't do anything about. But the guy was a phenom. So in 2016, he has a stellar year, right? Stellar year. Let's see. I mean, I'm pretty sure he had won a couple of shows. Let's see. I know I had picked it up. Here we go. Okay. 2016, he does the IFBB Body Pro. He comes in second. Does the Toronto Pro, he comes in first. He wins that. New York Pro, he comes in seventh. Cali Pro comes in second. Mr. Olympia comes in 12th. I mean, for your first Mr. Olympia, that's pretty damn good. He does the Kuwait Pro, he comes in sixth, and he wins the Ferrigno Legacy, the Lou Ferrigno Legacy. I missed that show. That was a good show because they used to give the trophy with the Incredible Hulk trophy. But anyway, they stopped that show. But then so that qualified him for 2016. So he does the Olympia immediately, and he does great. He comes in seventh in 2017. Does the Arnold Classic Europe, comes in fifth. The Prague Pro comes in fourth. 2018, he wins the New York Pro, wins the Cali Pro, comes in eighth in the Olympia. Comes in second in the Prague Pro. This guy's having a stellar bodybuilding career. 2019, British Grand Prix, he wins. Vancouver Pro, he comes in second. He comes in first in 2021 in the Arnold Classic UK, takes off 2020 because of COVID, wins the Arnold Classic UK. And that, I think, is the last time that we saw him compete was 2021. He has had some bad luck. He has had some injuries. I think he tore his bicep, which is why he didn't do the 2022 Mr. Olympia. I know when he was younger, he had to put his bodybuilding career on hold because he had gotten arrested. I know he had some trouble during COVID. He kept his gym open, and they didn't want to have him keep his gym open. And there's that crazy footage of the cops beating his ass with the dog in the UK. It was really, really horrible to see. And I was really on his side back then. I mean, I thought that was terrible. That whole thing was disgusting. But he also did get arrested for some kind of steroid scandal. I don't remember the details. But now, 2023, he's 35 years old, puts up progress pics, and he doesn't look good. He looks massive, but you can tell he's out of shape. You can tell he's been eating, he's been having a good time, so on and so forth. So he goes on Desktop Bodybuilding to address the comments. But one thing that he said that I noticed that was really out of the ordinary for a top-level bodybuilder is his work ethic in the gym. Let me just show you quickly, and then we'll come back and comment. Let's see. Here it is, okay? All right, so here's what he says.
Yeah, that's killer, man. And you said you have three training partners. Is that year-round? Like, how do you manage that?
We just train in the floor, bro. I'm not one of these people who'll go into the gym and, don't talk to me, headphones on and lift weights. I'll just go in the gym, talk to my mates, lift weights, talk about, the girlfriends, boy shit and past stories and what girl you've been with, about holidays, just normal lad shit, I'm sure people want to know, a lot of girls would love to know what lads talk about. Mate, like today, we're just talking about fucking having the shits, fucking being bloated. It's just normal lad talk. But I like saying in a 3 or a 4, but I'm not into that, the hardcore training where you can't talk to me and my training partner and we're focused. That's just bullshit, mate. That's just not me. I go to the gym because I enjoy it and I'm with my friends. I think that's why, I enjoy life more and I last longer than a lot of these guys and I don't take it too seriously.
Okay, so two things. One, you gotta love the guy. I mean, he's so down to earth, and he's, I don't go to the gym and take it seriously. I go in there, I shoot the shit with the guys, I lift some weights, and we have a good time, and we're talking nonsense and bullshitting and stuff like that. You gotta love it. But at the same time, he basically admits that the drive in the gym isn't there. He goes there to have a good time, hang out with his boys, get a decent workout in, but he's not one of these guys that is killing it in the gym. So if that's the way he is in the gym, I'm sure that's the way he is on his diet, and I'm sure that's the way he is with his training regimen. Probably doesn't take it all too seriously, which is fine. But then when you release a progress video and you have negative comments, because you were a little out of shape, and let me say, a little out of shape, okay? If he really decided that he was going to jump back into a show and he really put the pedal to the metal, he could be in shape like that, and he could win pretty much any show with the exception of the Olympia or the Arnold Classic that he wanted to, okay? But he admits right there that he doesn't really have the drive anymore. He's just not into it, okay? Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. As a fan, I would love to see him in his full potential. I've been a fan of his since I first saw him. I became more of a fan when I used to see him on Fuad's channel. More of a fan when I see him on Desktop. Because the guy has a great personality, a great sense of humor. He's funny. He's down to earth. He tells it like it is. He's got no filter, which is great for social media. And I'm sure he's making a ton of money on social media, whatever businesses. I hope he still owns his gym. I think he still has his gym. I'm not 100% sure. But at the same time, you could tell that, he admits it right there that he just doesn't have the drive like he used to. And that's just okay. That's fine. But you don't have the drive. You kind of been off on your diet, and you put these progress videos up. People are going to say things. It's social media. You're going to get comments. I get crappy comments all the time, probably not as much as him. But what'd you expect? I mean, you're 299 pounds. You're huge. You're a monster, but you got a little budge. And I know it would come off like that, but if the negative comments on Instagram bother you, then don't put the progress pics up to you in shape. I don't know. Honestly, I don't think the negative comments really bother him. I think he loves it personally, and I think he loved going on Desktop and talking about it. I think that's the kind of guy he is. I think he likes that kind of stuff, going back and forth, which is fun for bodybuilding. It's fun for us. But as a hardcore bodybuilding fan, I always wanted to see him fill his full potential, because I always truly thought that he could be top 5, top 3 in the Olympia. And I thought he could be an Arnold Classic US winner, personally. But only time will tell. If you want to go watch the full video, I will actually put the link in the description area so you guys can go see it yourself. Nathan Asha is a tremendous personality. He's fun to listen to. He's got a bit of a brogue, so it's a little tough. But, once you get through it and you get used to it, it's, worse than watching, what's that show on Netflix with the guy with the hats? I forgot the name of it, with Tom Hardy. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But he's got a bit of a brogue. It's tough to understand him sometimes, but when you do, you just got to kind of pay attention a little bit. He's really funny. But I, for one, would love to see him fulfill his potential. I think he still has a great chance to be a top level bodybuilder. Odds are he's probably in a laid back part of his life where he doesn't want to put that work in anymore. He's probably made a bunch of money and he's living the lifestyle and he is enjoying himself, which again, there's nothing wrong with. But as a fan, Nathan, jump back on that stage, come in crisp and hard, because you could still beat these guys. You still got the talent and the size and the skill, and you have what it takes. But That is up to you, Nathan, and only time will tell. And if you do decide to not do it and just be chill and comfortable and live your life and end your bodybuilding career, go right ahead. But us fans, we want to see you get on stage, get chiseled, get huge, and win some bodybuilding contests. All right, guys. Till next time, this is Bodybuilding Babble, only on serious and silliness bodybuilding.